evening and welcome in everybody. Hey, we got Nolander up in the house. What's up, my dude? Hope you had a blast racing tonight. Tuesday night racing, ladies and gentlemen. Typically, we'd see Pro-Am 1 lobby tonight, but we're going to be doing Pro-Am 2 lobby tonight. And you're all probably sitting here with question marks over your head going, what are you doing to us here, Ghost? Well, I'm just keeping you all on your toes. So, tomorrow night's broadcast is still a question mark, ladies and gentlemen. So if we're live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be doing Pro Lobby. If we're not, then there's no Pro Lobby broadcast. Reason being is due to game glitches in that one specific lobby over the weekend during the race. We're just undetermined if it's worthy of broadcastability. So unfortunately for the pro guys, they ran the race. They had an interesting race, needless to say, as I am in the division, and we may or may not see it this week, but we do appreciate you all still hanging out with us either way. So please, GT7, sort this out for us. We just want to get back to the track and have our little battles, you know. Trone, let's go Pro-Am 2. Payme, yeah, haha, kick them tires, light them fires, let's go racing. I love that catching on. I missed Pro-Am 1 yesterday. I rewatched tonight while waiting. Hey, much love, everybody. Chris coming in, Derek coming in with the likes as well. Haven't had that much fun racing in quite some time. Thanks for being a part of it. Hey, facts, brother, facts. I was lagging really bad. I had to get out of that lobby. I felt my car doing weird things, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Pro-Am 2 lobby. I'm getting distracted here, hanging out with this awesome racing community we got here. This was ran at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on this past Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a rebroadcast, but like we do every week, we will give the guys an opportunity to jump into podium interviews at the end of the race. So with this being noted, I got to go and slap a quick ping in the Discord to one of our drivers because I said I would. That's the one. Just giving him a heads up for the interview because he asked me to. So just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I meant to do this before I hit the button, but I forgot. Alright, so we have some strategies at play here. We are at Barcelona in Spain. We are with the no chicane layout. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Very unprepared broadcaster here tonight. Again, this is presented by Flat Out Racing North America, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 4, so almost midway through our season here. Sponsors, 2 title sponsors here for our series, GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team. Both those are pinned in the GT45 Facebook page. If you want to learn out more about each of our sponsors here, you can just head on over to their website and check out what it is that they got going on over there in their great organizations. Graphics package provided by Hyperi Graphics. We do have a Team Hyperi driver in the lineup here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how he does coming in as a permanent sub driver. So love to see the Hyperi graphic guys coming in and showing their love and support on the racetrack as well. Let's go through the list. So our Pro-Am 2 lobby currently right now, ladies and gentlemen, I know it keeps changing, right? But hey, that's what happens when you have so many drivers to contend with and, of course, place. We do have Tro and Kobe on track tonight. Barry is, I believe, not here. Sweaty Palms is on track. We're missing Prozac as well. We're also missing Mao. And what is that, Mini Dan? Yes, Mini Dan. Haha. Phoenix is on track as well as Matt. Turner's also on track. We do have first race of the season for Average Tom here from Team Hyperi as well, so he is on track as well, ladies and gentlemen. RJ is on track. Apex Cupcake, who we will see this coming weekend coming into round 5 at Interlagos as well, so another Apex Racing driver introduced into the series here, and first one into this division, so I think that makes Apex Racing with a driver in each division here now, actually. And Fuentes here, who I believe might be Phoenix. I'm not 100% sure. No, different driver. He wasn't able to make it. That's right. So small grid here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 8 guys on track, but that won't take away from any of the action. Much like we've seen in the amateur division, we did have a small field there, but we did have a pretty good race on our hands there, so we should see much of the same here tonight. So we're just going to drop out these beautiful little tidbits here for a moment. Gonna let you guys take a look at what Hypre provides for us here, and this is just a little taste. This is what you guys are gonna see at the beginning of the stream once it's put up as a replay. What do we got, Corey? Hey, Ghost, have an awesome broadcast. Always look forward to your comms. Let's go, Trone. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Let's go racing, y'all. Giver boys. Hypre has drivers in all divisions now, too. Oh, snap. Look at that. Hypre coming in strong now, ladies and gentlemen. We love that. So, I'm stalling for time again because I have a schedule I like to keep here with these broadcasts just to keep things moving. And speaking of Average Tom, there's Average Tom right there in the YouTube. Welcome in, brother. And yeah, get to see one of them their snazzy Hypre liveries too that these guys put together. The cars look really good on track as well, ladies and gentlemen. I just keep teasing you, I know. Again, 8 drivers on track. And we're seeing a repeat pole sitter from last week. Do you remember who that was, ladies and gentlemen? Returning viewers may, or they may not. So, 8 drivers on grid means good points for all our drivers here tonight as well. So, a driver can have a bad race this weekend, it's alright, because you're still going to get minimum 8th place points. That's pretty good points for coming in last place in a race as well. So, there is a small advantage to having a small field, but again, we had about 5 drivers not able to get their cars out of the garage and on track here tonight. So, we're just going to rock and roll with what we have here with our 8 drivers. Come on, P2 lobby, let's go. Work them, silly boys. Whew, we are lighting up. We're just going to do a check on the stream real quick, make sure everything's running Jim Dandy everywhere. We've got Jake coming in with the heart and Derek coming in with that there care as well. Chris coming in with the share. Much love, my dude. And everything looks like it's running pretty snazzy so far. Fantastic. So, welcome in everybody, whether you're here at the GT45 Gaming Facebook or YouTube or the Flat Out Racing YouTube. We do welcome your support. I hope you guys enjoy, and gals, the racing here tonight. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is a family friendly broadcast, so it is okay for the kids to watch. So I do hope that the whole family sits down and enjoys our Pro-Am 2 lobby here at Flat Out Racing North America. And I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. So without further ado, let's flip it over. Ooh, yes, that's right, cars are lined up, folks. So let's go through our grid here before we get this race started. And we have, again, small grid, but Phoenix is sitting on pole position here. So bonus point for this driver right off the bat tonight. Always feels good when you start a race with a bonus point in your pocket. You have Trone Kobe from THG here sitting in second place. I believe Phoenix is an OBR driver as well, ladies and gentlemen. We have Fuentes in third place. He is on track. My apologies. We have Average Tom, new driver here from Hypre as well, sitting in 4th place here on the grid. We have Turner sitting in 5th, Sweaty Palms in 6th, RJ in 7th, and Matt is rounding out our field here in 8th place. So we're going to stick with the leader here for the start of this race because it's only 8 cars. Should be easy to keep eye on everything happening on the track here at the race start. Couple things we'll go over here real quick. The drivers do need to use the medium and soft racing tires, ladies and gentlemen. That means they are going to have to make 1 pit stop during this race. However, it is not mandated when they choose to make that pit stop. So that is up to the drivers. They can run 24 laps on one tire if they choose, and then they could pop in for 1 quick lap on the other tire. That's entirely up to them. Strategy will play a factor here tonight. We have the 1 and the 2 stop strategies most relevant here tonight, and so far this week we have seen the 1 stop very dominant as far as the podium finishing goes. So 1 stop being about 15 to 17 laps on racing tires, mediums, and of course that's about what you get for fuel to these cars at the most. These Subarus aren't the greatest on fuel to keep these things at a good amount of speed. And then, of course, you jump into pit lane, you take on about 10 laps worth of fuel, and you go out and you finish off with the soft tires. A 2-stop strategy can go one of 2 ways. You can start on medium tires. You run those medium tires for approximately 5 to 9 laps, jump in on 9 or 10 laps of softs, and then 9 or 10 laps of softs is the ultimate way to do it. However, depending where you qualify, you could start on the soft tire, try to pull an early gap, come in, swap out to that medium tire, and then finish on your soft tire. So there is a different couple ways that we can see a 2-stop strategy play out here this evening as well. But again, 1-stop strategy has proven to be very, very dominant this week for round 4. So let's see what our Pro-Am 2 guys have up their sleeves as far as race strategy goes. These BRZs, we've seen these guys put down some 140s in the Pro-Am 1 lobbies with these cars. So We shouldn't expect anything less from our Pro-Am 2 lobby as well. Again, we have 2 Pro-Am lobbies because we had 30-plus drivers within 1.2 seconds apart from each other in qualifying. And instead of separating them into 2 completely different divisions, we figured it would be better to have 2 Pro-Am divisions, and then the top drivers of each side of the Pro-Am will fight it out for the grand prize at the end of the season. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that means bonus race at season's end to see who our Pro-Am champion is. So a little bit of a twist at the end of the season here for a couple of our lobbies, and that should be really fun. So if this is anything like the races have been this week, settle in, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good one. So without stalling any further and continuing you guys sitting here going, come on, Ghost, just start the race. Ladies and gentlemen, light them fires, kick them tires, light them fires, let's go racing. I can't even say my own saying right tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're off. We got 1, 2 reds, 3 reds, 4 reds, false start here. 5 reds. Drivers got to wait for them to go green before they can go. And we're green, and here we go, and we're off in the OBR driver. Phoenix here gets a great start, a little bit wiggly there. Going to get some scrub in those tires as quick as he can. Let's see how this all plays out. We got 4 wide in the backfield here, almost 5 wide. Let's hope these guys aren't going to try that one going through there, that many cars wide, but here we go. Phoenix is going to come through first. He is going to keep the race lead off the race start. We have THG's Tron Kobe still holding in second, and Tom fighting for third place with Fuentes here right off the bat, but he's got the inside track coming into turn 3 here, so let's get it going. We don't have any game audio. We do have game audio. Hey, look at us go. Average Tom still in fourth, still side by side with Fuentes, but losing out a little bit there on the exit. He's going to tuck back in behind. We're going to stick with this battle here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. First and second place closing up very closely here as well, so maybe we should jump up here real quick and see that there is going to be an attempted battle for the lead here. Tron Colby very quickly taking a look, and he was looking for a good exit there, but it looks like Phoenix covered him off really good, and all our drivers still right there nose to tail here as we come through the field. Fuentes in third, Average Tom here in fourth, CB Matt in fifth place, so he's moved all the way up from 8th to 5th. We got RJ moving all the way up from 7th to 6th here. We've got Turner dropping down a position, and Sweaty Palms here in 8th place, looking up the inside. A little bit of lag from Turner here as well on the track. So Tron Colby side by side with Phoenix as we're coming into this corner. He's going to put him on the outside here. He puts him at a disadvantage. Can he get a cut back here? No, he just backs out as Phoenix covers it off. So great job by our race leader here on lap 1, and some healthy battles for our podium very early on here. Fantastic stuff by our Pro-Am 2 lobby. And we are racing, ladies and gentlemen, here in Barcelona. So let's go. 25 laps of absolutely intense action, it looks like, here tonight. We love to see it. So here we go. Phoenix, first place. Tron Colby in second, chasing. And let's jump on board with Tron here as he's chasing down our early on race leader. You can see him just tucking into that slipstream and trying to allow that to pull him right in. Is Tron going to go up the inside here? We aren't seeing, oh no, we are going to see defense by Phoenix as we're coming into corner 1 here. So let's see how this plays out for these guys. Oh, some great stuff here. Phoenix doing a great job at holding the line there. You can see a little bit of a wiggle on exit there, but Tron Colby just very patient. He's just settled that back in behind. He's like, that's all right. Lots of race left yet here. Don't need to get it right there. He gave it a shot, didn't get it done. That's all right. Lap 2 of 25, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of racing left to go, but he does close up on Phoenix slightly here, and he does need to worry about Average Tom here, who's now up into third place. So not sure what happened to Fuentes. He must have made a mistake as he's dropped himself all the way to the back of the pack. So high pre-driver Tom sitting right there in the podium position is very early on in his first race this season. So we love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. We love to see the divisions get spicy with new good competition on the racetrack as well. Ooh, and going a little bit wide there is Phoenix. That could be trouble for him. He may pick up a penalty for that. We'll see how the stewards are feeling here this afternoon at Barcelona. Remember now, this is the 5th race here at Barcelona for Flat Out Racing North America in Spain. These stewards and officials and staff at the track must be tired after a very long week of 70-plus race cars doing all kinds of funny things on their racetracks. So huge shout out to, of course, everybody over there in Barcelona. Fantastic racetracks, provided great racing for us here all week long. But Tron Colby just doing what Tron Colby does, ladies and gentlemen, being patient, waiting for a better opportunity, waiting for a better moment. He doesn't want to use up the race car early on. We've seen this lots from Tron Colby this season, and it's been working out for him here, especially over the last couple of weeks. So Average Tom in third place here, and he's got a little bit of a gap between those two up in front, but he is starting to build a gap on the drivers in behind here a little bit as well. Not a huge gap, but enough for him to feel comfortable enough here not to worry about playing defense at the moment. We got RJ and Matt now having a battle for 4th and 5th place here. We're going to go side by side through turns 1 and 2. Nope, Matt does just sit in behind while we go through turns 1 and 2 coming into corner 3. Are we going to see something happen here? No, we will not. So RJ doing a great job here up into 4th place. Matt in 5th, and he's under pressure from Turner. Turner looking to make his way up the field here. He's getting on the inside. Is he going to get the job done as we come into the next corner here? He is in the lead halfway through the corner. Can he get it done? He does hold that position here. Let's see if Matt does respond. Matt does have a half-second penalty here, so probably a great idea there not to really fight that too much, because he's going to lose some more time here yet, and that's going to put Sweaty Palms in the conversation here for this battle. So I'm not sure what happened to Fuentes here. He's definitely fallen off the back of the pack, so he must have had an incident on the racetrack at some point. We'll have to go check on him here in just a second. I just feel like we're going to see something happen here potentially from Sweaty Palms, and he eats a lot of that curb there. You can see that BRZ getting almost high centered going over that sausage. Dangerous gameplay right there. And you can see that penalty being served by Matt. That's going to give Sweaty Palms 6th place. Matt moving down into P7. However, the penalty serving zone, not the worst thing in the world here at Barcelona. It is coming into a hard braking zone, so you're not actually losing really any additional time per se. As you can see, Fuentes just coming through that penalty serving zone here at Barcelona this weekend. You don't lose a ton of time, so if you got a half-second penalty, really in reality it probably only cost you about 0.6 of a second, as opposed to say 1 or 1.5 second on a track where you typically see the penalty serving zone right before a very high-speed section starts. So good for the drivers, good for the drivers. A little bit of breathing room with the penalties, but Phoenix and Tron Colby here still having a great fight here for 1st and 2nd place right now. And Tron Colby's getting racy here. He has an opportunity. He can smell a chance at 1st place here, so he is going to take a look, and Phoenix is doing just a wonderful job at defending the position, but Tron is going to get up on the inside here, and that's going to give him the inside for the next corner, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see if he can get it done here. Phoenix is coming in with a good amount of speed. Phoenix is doing just a great job of pacing Tron Colby on the outside here, and that's going to give him the inside for the next corner, and it's going to be advantage Phoenix here. So from fantastic driving from our OBR driver here, ladies and gentlemen, and Tron Colby is going to slot right back into 2nd place. Phoenix moving and maintaining in 1st place with some really great defensive driving there. That's not easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. Major props to that driver up in front right now. He held that battle on the outside through a very difficult sector, and unfortunately for him there, he's going to pay a price for it with a half-second track penalty a little further up the highway, up the road, up the tarmac. So unfortunate there for that driver, but some absolutely great skill coming out of our race leader here currently right now, and Tron Colby is finally going to get a shot at getting that lead. He just needs to stay close here around this next lap, and he'll have a pretty good opportunity to get around Phoenix without too much issue having to serve that penalty. But with that being said, that means Tron has to keep it right and tight, neat and clean, and not pick one up himself in behind. So here we go. Phoenix in the lead, Tron Colby in 2nd, and boy oh boy, those two have been working. And here we go, battle between Tom and Turner now. So Turner has just absolutely launched his way up the field here in this very what is it, Arctic Freeze, I think he calls this livery on his car. We'll go check it out in a second here. But yeah, oh, we got Matt getting really wide coming out of the final corner there, got into the sand trap there, but managed to keep it together underneath him. So great job by Matt there, and you can see Tom just give that position up to Turner there. So no, he's not. He's going to respond back on the outside. He's going to go, thank you very much, mate. I'm going to take that back, as Turner made a little bit of a mistake there, wiggled the car, and that gave Tom a good run on the outside. He's going to take P3 back. So Sweaty Palms now jumping up into 4th place after that little bit of misfortune from Turner there. Turner now in 5th place, and ooh, a little bit of contact between him and RJ there. A little bit of contact between him and Sweaty Palms, and it is getting ugly. Oh, we got contact everywhere. We got Turner. He's going to be facing the wrong way on the racetrack here, ladies and gentlemen. Super unfortunate. Some great battling right there, and unfortunately for Turner, he came out on the wrong end of that one. Fuentes here in 8th place. Tron Colby in 1st, and woo, it is getting spicy here in Pro-Am 2 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, that was some fun right there. All right. Tron Colby has gotten around Phoenix for the lead, so our 2nd race leader here tonight is Tron Colby, so he has managed to get his way around again, probably due to the penalty there. Actually, it looks like he's gained a little bit of time. He may have gotten around before the penalty serving zone there. So Tron Colby getting around the race leader. So he is now the man everybody's chasing on the racetrack on lap 5 of 25 here. So we're only a 5th of the way through this race, ladies and gentlemen, already. Whew. We've seen a lot happen here already. It's been some great stuff by these guys. So Phoenix and Troll and Kobe are ripping up the road here. Average Tom in third place. He's about 4 or 5 seconds behind these guys right now, but he's been involved in his own little mini battles here as well, which may have been costing him a little bit of time. Now he's in some clean air and he's got some free space to drive. So let's see if he can catch up to these guys here. Sweaty Palms in 4th place now. After we've seen that pretty crazy battle from him and Matt and Turner and well, all these guys. That was a crazy 3-4 way battle we were having going on there. Sweaty Palms up ahead of RJ here now, so RJ down into 5th place. We got Matt up into 6th, and Turner starting to catch up here. So Turner doing a great job here in 7th place, and then Fuentes here right in behind Turner as well. Let's go take a look at this livery. Let's go get a look. With Arctic Freeze, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. It does look pretty good. Alright, let's go look at the rest of them here now while we're at it. Let's go show some love to our paint booth. All these guys that paint these race cars. Some of these race cars get painted every week, ladies and gentlemen. So huge props to, of course, all the guys that do the paint work here on these cars, because they're always coming out looking slamming, I gotta tell you. Beautiful, beautiful looking cars here. Of course, some guys here representing their teams. We have Tro and Kobe here. New addition to Team THG as well, and boy, since he's joined the team, he has just been slapping himself on some podiums here. So definitely showing his team that he wants to compete, and currently leading this race as well. So I'm sure the team is very excited to see that right now. Phoenix for OBR here in 2nd place, and ooh, getting a little bit wide there. He's gonna have some dirty tires. It's gonna be a tricky corner here for him to maintain pace on now, but does manage to keep it together. So great job by Phoenix there. Great reactions by this driver. We know, well, I mean, we just saw it a little bit earlier ago with a great battle between him and Tro and Kobe, holding the outside through that middle sector of Spain here. Not an easy thing to do. So we know this guy's got some skill, and he's showing it again there as he. And that could have went one of 2 ways. You either do what he did and he keeps it together and keeps some momentum, or you spin that poor race car around and it's turning into a bit of a rough day. But there's definitely seen some skill from our OBR driver here as well. Average Tom again, new entry here for Team High Priest. So the guys that do the graphics, ladies and gentlemen, everything we're seeing on stream here, got the drivers in the series here now, and they are looking sharp out there as well. Get that camera crew to get a good look up there. Absolutely, a little too close there, Mr. Cameraman. And just some great paint work there as well from our High Pre guys. Sweaty Palms coming around here. Let's see if we can get a great shot there as he's coming around for Flying Fox Racing. And I believe that's the same livery he was running last week as well. But looking very sharp, simple, sleek, elegant. We love it. Got RJ coming here. He's in a classic Subaru style livery here. Really do enjoy this livery. We're just going to wait for him to get into a better position for the camera, guys. Just a nice classic style Subaru livery with some personal touches. Keeping it real, keeping it simple. We got Matt here as well. We got the M&M's car out on track today. Love that. Absolutely love that. Oh, and a battle between him and Turner currently here on the track. So great time to be checking out liveries here as we got a 3-way battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th place here now. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Between Matt, Turner, and Fuentes. So let's see how this develops. This should get interesting. All right, round 2. Here we go. Matt is in the lead of this pack. We got Turner following and Fuentes right in behind Turner. So let's get it going. Let's see what happens here. Let's see who comes out on top as we're going around the racetrack here. Getting a little bit wide is Matt there. Now it's going to give Turner an opportunity coming up the inside. You're going to see he's going to take a look here. Ooh, here we go. Side by side through the final corner. We haven't seen this really too much all series long this week. Oh, great driving by these two. A little bit of contact. It's going to put a little door mark on the M&M's character there. But hey, Robbins is racing, ladies and gentlemen. A great drag race down here. It looks like Turner's going to get a jump on him here coming up the straight. Is Fuentes going to come in and give push? Let's see. He's not quite close enough. And Fuentes is like, you know what, I think I'm just going to wait to see what's going to happen here. And I'm just going to stay very close behind. Turner does have the inside here. And there we go. So great racing by these two drivers here. Matt now on the inside. He's got momentum there. And Turner's going to have to slot back in behind here. But no, he's going to answer back coming into corner 3. So taking advantage of Matt being a little bit too comfortable there, just taking the racing line, opening the door. Turner drives himself right through it. So 5th place now is Turner. We got Matt here in 6th, and now Matt's going to be under fire from Fuentes, but can Matt respond back to Turner is the bigger question. So let's get on with our drivers here. Fuentes is just tucked in behind here, and 3-way battles are always so much fun, ladies and gentlemen. Turner's doing the best he can right now just to get away. He's like, okay, I got it back around you. Now I'm just going to try and get away from you here. Just, okay, come on. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Matt's like, we ain't done yet, brother. Come on back. And then Fuentes is like, "Ooh, I'm back in this fight here, boys. Look out, because I'm here too." Oh, he's going to take a look on the inside as we're coming around the corner. There gives a good run on Matt as well. So Fuentes now taking a peek here. Great stuff by these guys. Is he going to take a look coming into the corner? He's just going to back off. He's just going to sit in behind to see if he can get a good run here. Great run by Matt there, actually gaining a little bit of space from him to Fuentes. So Tyrone Colby here in 8th place now and making a pit stop, it appears to me. So alternative strategy here from Tyrone Colby. It looks like maybe he just wanted some clean air. Maybe he made a mistake and got some damage and decided to fix it, and that changed his strategy. Not sure. We'll have to see how this plays out for Tyrone Colby. Very, very interesting. Ooh, I am missing a ton of comments here. Side by side, facts. That was some great racing right there. And see Turner now in pit lane. So we're seeing 2-stop strategies in play here, ladies and gentlemen. So we've seen Tyrone now make a pit stop, and we've seen Turner now make a pit stop. So with that being said, we have 2 of 8 drivers now making pit stops, apparently on 2-stop strategies. We've got John coming in with the light, Method coming in with the light, David coming in with the light as well. Who else we got? Who else have we missed? Chris coming in with the light, Scott, Arthur, Stefan. Corey coming in as well with the thumbs up. Much love, everybody. Much love, and welcome over on YouTube as well. So Phoenix does take the race lead back here with, of course, Tyrone Colby pitting. So I'm sure he's probably pretty happy about that. He feels pretty comfortable up there. Apparently he's going to serve penalty. Doesn't have to worry about anybody putting any pressure on him. Closest driver to him is Average Tom, and that gap probably is about 10 to 12 seconds here currently. And Average Tom here with the penalty. So under pressure from Sweaty Palms, and Sweaty Palms is going to be like, "Thanks, mate. We'll take that." And he gets to move up into 2nd place. So Tom in 3rd place after serving that half-second track limit penalty. He's going to get a little bit wide there. Get that car hooked up on that sausage. It could be a bad day, but he does a great job to get it through there. RJ going to try and close up now, although with that little bit of a mistake from Tom. And RJ is getting a good run here. Let's see how he does coming into the final corners here. Is he going to be able... Tom does have a little bit of a gap there, so I don't know if he's going to get a run. He's going to have to get a really good final corner here, I think, to get the run on Tom to make a move into turn 1 and 2. Let's just stick with this for a second. I don't think he's got enough there. Sweaty Palms now coming into pit lane here as well. So the 3rd of our 8 drivers here coming into pit lane. So we're seeing lots of 2-stop strategies here in this lobby tonight. Quite interesting. Matt now in 5th place. He's going to jump up both those guys. Fuentes also opting to come in, and he must be on a 2-stop strategy here as well. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. There still could be 1-stops. They could be reverse 1-stop strategies, I suppose. But with what I do know about these Subaru BRZs in this particular racetrack this week, it's going to be a stretch. It's going to be a tough one if they can do it. It is going to be a lot of work for these drivers. So Phoenix in 1st. You see Tom in 2nd, starting to close up the gap. So what has happened to Phoenix? Has he made a mistake? Because Tom was about 12 seconds behind, and now he's only about 4 seconds behind, and he has brought RJ right along for the ride. So potential 3-way battle starting to brew here for 1st place again. Matt in 4th. Tyrone now moving back up into 5th with some pit stops happening. Sweaty Palms coming out right now in 6th. And Fuentes is really taking a long pit stop here, as I believe Sweaty Palms went in after. So Fuentes, the last guy out of the pit lane out of that group of 3 cars. I believe he was the 2nd guy in. So a little bit of a different strategy here potentially from that driver. Racing is racing. Hey. This track positioning in the front left tire. Absolutely. Alright, so Phoenix is cruising. I mean, these drivers are going to have the 1-stop drivers, or anybody... I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting my laptop button here. Any drivers on a 1-stop strategy will be pitting in about another 3 to 4 laps from now. And any remaining drivers on a 2-stop strategy, we do expect to see pitting anytime now. Ooh, Matt getting that a little bit wrong there again, playing with that sand, and that sand is like quicksand, ladies and gentlemen, here in Spain. You get your tires hooked into that, and it'll just suck you right in there. So that driver had a battle on his hands there, not to get pulled into the sand trap there. So great job by that driver to recover. We have Tyrone Colby here in 5th, and he's starting to slowly gain on Matt there, up ahead in 4th place. Sweaty Palms coming out again in 6th. Turner here in 7th, and this driver's been up and down all day long here. So interesting race for Turner here so far tonight, and Fuentes very close behind there in 8th place. So Phoenix definitely in charge here, and some of these drivers not putting their numbers on their cars, so quite interesting. This track punished the front left tire. Yes, it did. It most certainly does, ladies and gentlemen. Ian coming in with that share as well. Much love, my dude. Hope you're doing well. So our leader has about a 3-second, maybe 4-second gap on our second place driver. We're just waiting to see if he's going to opt to pit soon. I believe that our top 4 drivers are potentially running 1-stop strategies here, and the rest of our field is on a 2-stop strategy, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for both sets of drivers. Tron Kobe on a 2, Sweaty Palms looking like he's on a 2, Turner also on a 2-stop, Fuentes on a 2-stop as well. So could be wrong, sorry, half and half, I guess. Can't do math today, math is hard. Alright, so finish coming around the final couple corners here in Barcelona right now. Again, no chicane layout, so that's why we're not seeing these drivers have to navigate that very difficult final sector here tonight. These guys get to open up these cars a little bit and let them breathe, let them have some fun, let them top out, let them bounce off that rev limiter a little bit, and just have some fun. Barcelona is a great racing track. It provides great racing for all cars, Formula 1 cars all the way down to MotoGP bikes to probably go-karts, I'm sure. Just a really great racing track, always provides great side-by-side racing, and we've seen a lot of it here tonight, and he did cut that curb quite a bit. We might see a penalty pickup from Phoenix here. Let's see what the stewards are thinking. Yep, stewards are going to let him get away with it here this time. So stewards have been very friendly to our drivers here so far tonight in our Pro M2 lobby. We've seen in the other races the stewards have been quite hard on our drivers for track limits, so these guys seem to be getting a little bit of leniency again after 5 long races all weekend long here for our truck, and our staff at Barcelona, of course, they're probably getting a little bit tired, so maybe getting a little heavy-eyed at this point. So advantage for our Pro Am 2 guys. Tron Kobe starting to close up on CB Matt here, so let's see if we got a battle brewing here. Let's jump on board with Tron. Well, he runs a few corners around behind Matt here. He does look like he's definitely picking up some time on him here, and you can see him just pick a little bit of time up coming into the braking zone. Matt getting a little bit wide. You can tell that Matt is starting to fight that tire wear a little bit underneath that Subaru, where Tron Kobe's on much fresher tires after pitting a couple of laps ago. So ooh, a little bit of a slide there from Tron Kobe, but he does keep it together. He actually helps him get a nice rotation around that corner. Ooh, a little bit of grass there for Matt. That's going to get him a little bit out of sorts. That should give Tron Kobe a pretty good run here, but that's going to put Tron on the outside coming into this hard left-hander. So let's see how these guys navigate this very, very tricky corner. Here we go, side by side, side by side. Looks so trippy. Great job by these two drivers here. We're still going to stay side by side. A little bit of contact there, nothing too major. Again, just a small amount of contact. Very difficult position to be in the outside there. Done very well by these two drivers. Matt's just going to finally halt that position up to Tron Kobe. Going to tuck back in here and move himself back right in behind in 5th place. No, he's going to... Ooh! He's going to come in a bit late. And oh, he catches the wall, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my... We have seen this happen a couple of times this season. Oh, he is in a tough spot, ladies and gentlemen. That is really unfortunate for this driver. Coming into pit lane, tire just not enough grip there, a little bit too much speed coming around that entry, and just catching the wall with the rear end of the car. And you can see not only the damage to the race car, but of course costing him about 10 seconds to get that car sorted back out and into pit lane. So really unfortunate there for Matt. That is a tough hit, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that driver's okay. See Turner in 7th here now as he comes around, and Fuentes here in 8th, so they may grab that spot from him. He's going to have a little bit of a prolonged pit stop there, unfortunately, but you know, these crews, they work hard on these cars, and they'll have that thing all taped up and right back out on the racetrack before you know it. Ooh, tough hit. Some tough race cars and some tough race car drivers here, ladies and gentlemen. Average Tom in 2nd, and he's doing a great job at keeping Phoenix right there. He hasn't been able to really close up any closer to him since the last time we were checking on the front group part of the pack here, but he is definitely still right there in the fight. RJ here now up into 3rd, so Tron Kobe in 4th. We got Sweaty in 5th, Turner here in 6th, Fuentes in 7th, and poor Matt here with the scene. He's got that car all fixed up there, and a 3-second penalty to boot. Talk about insult to injury for this poor driver. Rough day on the racetrack for poor CB Matt here, as we're about the halfway point for our race, but he's out there and he's giving her, and he's going to see what he can do with it here. So let's bring up some information for you guys. That was a tough hit, ladies and gentlemen. My head still hurts looking at that. Ouch. So we do have Phoenix here. He is on that racing medium tire, and he is most certainly on the one-stop strategy. We're probably going to see him come in at the end of this lap, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he has enough fuel in that car to go around one more full lap past this lap. So we should see our leader Phoenix pitting here at the end of lap 14. Move down to Average Tom, also on the racing medium tire here, and much of the same situation on fuel as our leader Phoenix. So No real advantage for these two drivers coming into pit lane as far as fuel goes, so they should slot out in about the same amount of time, depending on how much fuel they opt to take in the race car, of course. RJ here in third place, also on the racing medium tire. However, he's got quite a bit more fuel than the two drivers in front. He may potentially be able to force it around one more time, but if I were him, I would follow these guys in the pit lane and use that to jump those positions in the refueling window. Tyrone Colby in fourth place here. He's the first of the two stop drivers and should grab a race lead back when these guys pit. Sweaty Palms chasing here in fifth place, currently the fastest man on the racetrack with a 140.814. So we did see some 140s in our Pro-Am 1 lobby, and there they are in our Pro-Am 2 lobby. That's how close both these Pro-Am lobbies are as far as pace goes, ladies and gentlemen. Turner here in sixth place as well. Fuentes in seventh, and Matt now in eighth. A little bit of time to make up there, and Phoenix makes and navigates pit lane safely here. Let's see how Tom makes it here. He knew about that wall, and he took that a little bit gingerly there as well. Looked like he got a little bit sideways coming into it though. So Tyrone Colby coming around here is the last corner, easily going to take the race lead back from these drivers as they stop for their pits. So Tyrone Colby going back into the race lead here. We've only had two race leaders tonight. It's been Tyrone Colby and Phoenix, and they both led the race twice now this evening. So great job to these two drivers so far, showing to be dominant drivers on the racetrack with these Subarus. You can see fuel 0% for Phoenix, Tom with 1, and RJ with 3%. That is a make or break of a couple seconds in pit lane with those percent differences in percentages of fuel. Sweaty Palms coming around is going to jump up into second place here now, with those drivers, of course, in pit lane. Let's see if he holds it here. We don't see them guys coming out yet. No, we do not. So let's jump on board with Turner as he's coming around the start-finish line. Does he grab a spot here on these guys? So this driver's had an up and down day, potentially going to be sitting on podium as he comes up the start-finish line here. And where are our drivers in pit lane? They are just coming out, so you can see Turner just hold out in front of Phoenix here. He's going to take third place currently on the racetrack. Phoenix is going to come out and hold fourth place after that stop. Tom will be right behind here in fifth, but Tom does have traffic coming down at speed here with Fuentes, but he does get around the corner before Fuentes catches there, and should be at race pace before Fuentes catches him. So RJ has to slot in behind Fuentes in here, however, so he does lose that position to Fuentes, so that does hurt that little bit of a battle he was starting to develop there with Tom, as he now has a car in between him and Tom, and Matt just coming around here in 8th place, so he is starting to close back up on these guys a little tiny bit. Oh, that was rough for that poor driver, but he is out there. The guy's got that car back on track, so huge credit to the crew and everybody behind the scenes there in pit wall for CB Matt there, our Canadian driver. Tyrone Colby now in the lead, and 142 pace here currently. So you guys can see what he's on for tires. He's on that medium tire, so not a bad pace as well for this medium tire here on the racetrack. We've got Kilty coming in with that like and that shirt. Much love, my dude. How you doing, my guy? How you doing? How you doing? I was looking away. Oh, yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. Oh, for sure. Get that Alpine. Oh, there we go. Chat is popping off. We love that. Absolutely love that. C. Turner here in third place as well. So Tyrone Colby has a pretty sizable lead. Tyrone Colby's just coming around this first sector here, and our second place driver Sweaty Palms is just coming through turns 1 and 2. We have Turner just coming into the S's here, and then Phoenix, of course, who was leading the race before that pit stop, in fourth place, just coming up the start-finish line straight. So he's in good position here after that first stop, already fairly close to the podium drivers on the 2 stops. So when those drivers do have to make another pit stop, should be easy first place back for that driver. Average Tom chasing here in 5th, with RJ now getting back around Fuentes, now chasing Tom down here in 6th. Fuentes dropped down to 7th there, of course, with RJ getting around and Matt still chasing here, but he is trying to make up as much time as he can. He's on that start-finish line here now and getting up the road very quickly. But Tyrone here now, and he is going to have to be to a point where he's going to have to make that second stop. So is this going to be enough for Tyrone Colby to stay in the fight for podium position as we near the 2/3 point of our race here today? Just checking on the stream, making sure everything's chilling. Coming in with the multiple shares, my guy. Much love, my dude. Appreciate you. All right. Everything's looking pretty juicy so far, so let's get back to the action here, shall we? Tron Kobe coming into pit lane, 3% fuel, you can see on that medium tire. Should suspect to see him come back out on the soft. Sweaty Palms here, sitting in second place, and he has got plenty of fuel in that race car. But definitely looking like he's going to have to make a quick stop and go for tires at some point in the race. So Sweaty Palms now takes the race lead from Tron Kobe with that pit stop, and he is our third race leader here tonight in our Pro-Am 2 lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is presented by Flat Out Racing North America, and we are sponsored here by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team over on the Facebook channel, and they are pinned in the comment section. If you'd like to learn more about both our title sponsors, head over to their websites, and all the information you need to know more about both those groups, of course, are in the links provided. Over on the Flat Out Racing North America YouTube, we do have the GTR Simulator link provided, and the Instagram page for Flat Out Racing North America as well. So much love to everybody, and do appreciate all the support. If you want quick and tidy little updates about what's happening throughout the week because you don't have time to watch the races live, or you just haven't gotten to them yet, definitely want to head over to the Flat Out Racing North America Instagram. Hit that follow. Very quick and easy to keep yourself updated while you're at work, on the run, doing your daily parent duties, whatever the case may be. And yeah, you never miss a beat that way, so do appreciate it. Our social media guru Yanni does a great job with all that stuff, so much love, of course, to the team behind the scenes here. Sweaty Palm still in the lead of this race, so, and he's got a very healthy gap on the rest of the field. C. Turner here in second place. We have Phoenix in third now, so back on the podium, just waiting for these guys up front that are on these two stops to start making their pit stops. But he's not going to wait for Turner too much longer here. He's starting to reel Turner in. We got Tom here in fourth place, and he is still semi under pressure from RJ here in fifth place. Tron Kobe has caught up to these guys after his second pit stop already, sitting in sixth. So very interesting. Maybe that two-stop strategy will play out well for Tron here. Fuentes here in seventh, and Matt still in eighth, but he is slowly gaining on that pack. And there we go. Sweaty Palms now coming into pit lane. Turner following him in as well. So Phoenix is going to take the race lead back. Here we go. Coming across that start-finish line. Let's jump on board with Phoenix. We'll go secondary camera here and enjoy an onboard lap around Spain with our race leader, OBR's Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go, an on-board lap with our current race leader, OBR's Phoenix. So that was a great lap by that driver there too, 142 flat, so nice little tidy lap from our leader there. And you can see he sets up for corner 1 and 2 really wide there. You can see him taking a lot of that entry, curbing into the corner, and of course, that's still within track limits, so it's a-okay to do. We got a battle happening back here between Tron and RJ here. So RJ has gotten around Fuentes here, and as well as Tron, and now Tron is really starting to put some pressure down here. So fantastic stuff, of course, by all these drivers as well. So let's stick with this here as we got a nice little tidy battle here right now between second, third, and fourth place. Tom, Tron, and RJ here. So a little spicy happening for podium position on the racetrack. We love that. So let's get down with it. Tom is just trying to keep RJ just far enough back where he can't really get a nose in to make a move, and that's the ultimate sweet spot here for Tom right now. But at some point, either RJ is going to have to attempt to get around Tom, or he's going to have to deal with Tyrone Colby. Tyrone Colby's only going to sit back here with fresher tires for so long before he's going to be like, all right, guys, I've got to make a move here so I can make use of what I've got underneath my race car. And so let's see if that's going to happen here soon. I mean, Tyrone Colby's a patient driver, but the laps are starting to bleed down. It's lap 19 of 25. We're coming near the end of lap 19 at this point. That puts us with 5 laps remaining in this race. And Tyrone can smell the podium. It's right there in front of him. He can smell the exhaust coming from that podium right now in that BRZ in front of him, in the driver RJ here. So RJ's either got to opt to make a move on Tom soon, or he's going to be dealing with Tyrone. And we see this a lot in racing. I mean, the rule of thumb is, you know, it's one thing to catch a guy, it's one thing to get around that guy, and that's absolutely true. But the longer you wait to try and get around the guy that you've caught up to, the better chance that the guy behind you has it catching you and making a move happen on you, and then you're even down another position, and your end goal is, of course, that much further away. So RJ's really in that tough position here right now with Tyrone Colby chasing. And he's, of course, trying to chase Tom and get battle for position. So, I mean, the middle driver of these three-way battles is always in the toughest spot. He is playing offense and defense at the same time. And right now, these guys aren't really battling, but Tyrone's taking a look. Here we go. Inside does go Tyrone. So I was just talking about it, and Tyrone's like, yeah, okay, you're going to leave the door open. I'm going to make this happen. He's going to try and hang out on the outside. Tough spot to do it here. You can see Tyrone lose some momentum there. And he's just going to have to slot back in behind and try again. So he had an opportunity there. He just could not make it stick. Great defensive driving by RJ here in third place. And the battle is now crispy. So let's get going. All right, Tom coming around here in second place, and our poor leader's not getting a whole lot of love right now, but he ain't fighting with anybody like these three are, so he is just up the road from these guys as well, so maybe that's why we're not seeing these drivers battle too much. Maybe it's, oh, and RJ gets a little bit on the outside of the track edge. That was crazy. Great job there. A, to keep the car saved. B, not take Tom out in front of him. C, still hold his position in third place. That was pretty incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Tyrone Colby, again, has to slot in behind. Tyrone has got to be the most frustrated fourth place driver currently here right now. I've probably seen it in a while. He had an opportunity. He couldn't make it stick. There was a mistake made by the driver in front of him, and he still could not make it stick. Huge props to RJ for that. That was incredible, ladies and gentlemen. And then whether you're in the top division or one of the other divisions here at Flat Out Racing North America, it does not take away from the skill from these racing cars and these race drivers on the track. That was absolutely an incredible save. And now defending again against Tyrone, holding down P3 here. It's a great battle between RJ and Tyrone Colby. Tyrone Colby is on the better tire too, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I can easily the better tire here. So this has got to be getting frustrating for that fourth place driver, but still showing good patience. He hasn't really forced anything yet. He's taken a couple looks, but he just hasn't been able to get it done. So let's go take a quick peek. We got Matt coming back into pit lane here, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. He's almost out of fuel. Our race leader still does belong to OBR's Phoenix. Going to give him a little love here, but we're going to get back to this right here. Tom now, a little bit of breathing room. He's got about a maybe had a 1 second gap. I'm not sure what happened there, but RJ just gained a ton of time, and he is going to take a look up the inside, and RJ is going to get around Tom here for second place. So P2 now belongs to RJ. Tom slotting in the middle, and now Tyrone's going to go side by side on the outside of Tom here. Tom in the optimal position here, though, and all he has to do is just hold that line, not make contact with that driver. He gets a great run. He's going to get back up into P2, so great cracking battle between these three drivers, and here we go. Tom now back up at the P2. RJ down into P3. Tyrone Colby still trying to find a way around both of these drivers here in P4. Ooh, doggy, we got a race on our hands. All right, Tom is on it, and these guys have got to be sweating in these race cars right now. This has been a very tough fight between these three guys, and these guys are not letting each other out of each other's sight. Tyrone gets a run coming out of the final corner. Is Tyrone going to make a move here? He's trying to stay in that slipstream for as long as possible. There he goes. He's going to go up the inside on RJ here. So battle on for third and fourth place here between Tyrone Colby and RJ. Tyrone's going to have the inside line, but if RJ can hang out there with them, he's going to have inside to the next corner. Tyrone's going to get the job done. He's going to hold that coming around into corner two, and he's going to slot in ahead of RJ. So RJ dropping down into P4, Tyrone up into third place now. Tom, thank you very much. I've got a second of space here to breathe in second place, but again, same issue here for Tom as RJ was just facing a couple laps ago here with Tyrone Colby. His tires are not as good as Tyrone Colby. So can Tom hold Trone off now? And you can see Trone making up that time in braking. Looking in behind to see where RJ is. RJ's falling off the pace here. So the battle now becomes between second and third place here on the racetrack, and it is still on here. Trone Colby closing right up on Tom. Let's see if he can get it done. Tom is showing good patience here. Nice line through that corner. Trone really had nowhere to go. And here we go. Trone's going to take a look up the inside. Tom gave him the space, and he's going to take a look. Can he get it done now? Tom on the very tough part of the corner. They're going to go side by side here through the S's. Ooh, a little bit of contact there between the two drivers. A little bit of contact there again, I think, between the two drivers, but everybody's A-okay and still on the track. Tom Slotzak into third place. You see him flashing the lights a little bit there at Trone, but Trone now up into second place. So Tom chasing here in third place. Now Tom still has to worry about this gentleman right here behind him in fourth place with RJ, and a very racy looking Sweaty Palms catching up here. Still 3 laps to go, including this lap, ladies and gentlemen, so lots of time for everything to go down here. Yeah, we got Fuentes up into 7th here. Matt is doing everything he can to catch up here. We did see him have to make that pit stop though, so that definitely killed that momentum that he had going as he was catching up to the back into the pack here. Phoenix is just up the road. He's gone now. All that battling between second, third, and fourth place has just allowed him to separate himself from the pack here, and he's just got to keep it nice and tidy now, and it's going to be a race win for OBR driver Phoenix. THG's Trone Colby now into second place there, and boy oh boy, what a battle those three has. And I don't think this is quite over quite yet here. Trone does have the better tire than the two drivers in behind him, but these other two drivers are very similar on what they have for tire and fuel here. So Tom does need to still worry about what's coming behind him with RJ, and of course a charging Sweaty Palms here. So Sweaty Palms is closing up on these guys very quickly here as well. He realizes that he's running out of time, and if he's got to do it, he's got to do it now. He's got to start to push and close up the gap. He can still see the leader even as he comes around the corner there. So the top 5 guys very equally paced here tonight. Turner just a little bit off the beaten path here, but we've seen this driver have a little bit of an up and down race here. He was moving up the pack, and then he'd fall back down, and then he'd move back up, and then he'd fall back down. So not the best of nights for him. Fuentes doing having a solid race here again. And Matt, of course, we've seen with the absolute huge incident going into pit lane for his pit stop there, and that just ultimately his turning point for his day, but he's still out there putting his paces in, make sure he gets those very valuable driver points, ladies and gentlemen. This is some great racing, absolutely. Fantastic stuff here by our Pro-Am 2 lobby here tonight. But Phoenix looking really solid here. 24-25, 2 laps remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. Trone Colby looking solid here in second place. He's starting to pull a little bit of a breathing gap here on Average Tom in behind. Average Tom still holding off RJ here, but RJ is still charging, and Sweaty Palms still charging on these two drivers as well. Now, Sweaty Palms does, again, have better tire than the two drivers in front that he's chasing, so is there potential podium here for Sweaty Palms? He does need to get this move done on RJ very quickly if he wants to have a shot at Tom in third place, so let's see what happens here. Sweaty Palms is looking for a way around, but again, RJ's proven to be a very good defender, and doesn't leave him enough room to get a move done here. He's going to take a look again. Great defending there by RJ, and he's just not letting Sweaty Palms get around easily. Sweaty's going to take a look here, but he doesn't quite get the run that he needed to get inside, or does he? He does give inside. RJ does give him the space there, so great battle happening between our 4th and 5th place drivers here now as well. Sweaty Palms is still looking. He's running out of time. He needs to get this done. If he's going to get it done, it has to be very soon here. So let's see what happens here as RJ defend. This is the time. Sweaty Palms needs to make this move happen, and it needs to be here. Let's see if he takes a look. No, he wasn't close enough to get in there to get that inside track coming into this left-hander. Sweaty Palms may be out of time for a podium position here, but still great battle for 4th place. Let's see what happens as we come around the final corners here and come into the start-finish line. One more time. Our leader should be about crossing here as he is. He's just coming up to the start finish line right now. 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Trone Colby coming around in second place. 1 to go for him as well. Final lap here for Average Tom here in third place. RJ under fire for Sweaty Palms. So Sweaty Palms getting the run here. 4th and 5th place drivers coming around for the final time for these two. They are battling for that position as they come across that start finish line. 1 to go for these drivers. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, RJ is in a fight for his life right now with what I'm seeing. So He's going to see Sweaty Palms get the job done, and that is going to be job done for Sweaty Palms. I doubt we're going to see a fight back here from RJ, as he just doesn't have the tire to continue this battle. Turner here in 6th place, Fuentes in 7th, Matt in 8th. So back to our race leader. We're going to check here. You can see Trone Colby. Trone's closing up. He is closing that gap. So that 1-stop versus 2-stop is starting to show what it can do here. The 2-stop on the fresher tire. I just don't think Trone's got enough time to make up the distance. Average Tom not that far behind here. His tires are much worse for wear than the driver up in front, though. However, Sweaty Palms chasing here in 4th place, and he has very good tires underneath that race car. Yet just a little too late for this driver for podium here tonight, I think. RJ4 in 5th place. We've seen him battling super hard here for the last 3, 4, 5 laps of this race. Turner in 6th, Fuentes 7th, Matt in 8th. But back to our race leader here. You see Trone coming just in behind the 2nd place. Just a little too late for Trone Colby to challenge for the lead here, as Phoenix is going to come around and he is going to potentially be our winner here. We still got a couple corners, so I'm not going to quite hold my breath just yet, but should be okay. But we've seen crazy things happen so far tonight here in this race, and he's taken that safe route around that final corner. And congratulations to OBR's Phoenix. Fantastic race win. Trone Colby, congratulations to him for another solid podium finish here. Average Tom in his first race of the season coming in P3 for Team High Priest. Sweaty Palms for Flying Fox Racing in 4th. RJ going to come around here in 5th. I believe he's OBR. I'm not 100% sure on that. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Turner here in 6th place as well. He's going to come around. Looking fantastic. I believe he's Flying Fox as well, ladies and gentlemen. I should know this by now. We have Fuentes coming around here as well, and he's done a great job here tonight. I think he's done a very good race for himself here tonight. I think that he should be holding his head high here after this race. Very minimal mistakes from this driver tonight. He had some good battles, and unfortunate for Matt. Matt was looking racy here tonight, and again, just a little bit of an error going into pit lane, and that just ruined his day for him. But hey, here he is, lap 25 of 25. He stuck it out. He's still on that lead lap, and nonetheless, after that huge incident in the pit wall, and he's going to come around, and he is going to bring that Subaru across this finish line running still. So huge shout out to Team Matt and everything these guys did to keep that car on track today, and just great job here by all our drivers, of course, in the race today. That was some great racing from everybody here today in our Pro-Am 2 lobby, and I hope everybody enjoyed it, because I was, for a small field, very action-filled. So great job to our Pro-Am 2 drivers. Very, very closely paced divisions. So great job to the flat-out staff for keeping these divisions very tight and very right, because it's provided for some really fun racing action for everybody all season long. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, of course, next thing comes is those beautiful podium interviews. So I have a couple of things that I need to do. I need to jump into the Discord, get into the right chat, get the drivers in there, and set up our podium screen for everybody. So give me about 90 seconds to 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll have some juicy information and some podium interviews for the drivers that are able to make it here for you guys tonight. So bear with. We'll be right back. You can still hear me. Yay! We love you guys. Thank you for the support. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, let me tell you, these drivers already. Ah, man, they were in there before I was, so hey, these guys definitely love their podium interviews, and we love talking to the drivers as well. It gives us a chance to get their perspective on the race besides what we just got to see on camera. Of course, they see things that we missed or we didn't see on track because we can't see everything, unfortunately, but hope everybody enjoyed that race. What a great race. Great job, Phoenix. Awesome battle for second through fifth. Fantastic racing. GG's yelling, great race. Nailing it on the comms. Appreciate you, Rick. GG's, boys. All right, so let's jump over into our Discord here and let's have a chat with our guys, shall we? So we do have our third and second place drivers here in the Discord. All right, gentlemen, thank you for taking some extra time beyond race night to come and talk with us after the broadcast. We do appreciate it. Great racing out there, guys. And we're going to go ahead and jump to Average Tom here first. So this is kind of exciting. I've been racing against this guy in other leagues for a while, and I haven't actually been able to talk to him. So we finally get to interview Average Tom. So pretty awesome. Fantastic race coming in late to the series. Round 4, what's your thoughts coming into this series? Are you just kind of trying to come in and size up your competition for race 1, or are you coming in ready to all fists a-blazing, so to speak?
I mean, you've raced against me before. You know I don't leave anything at the side. And just because I missed a couple of races doesn't mean I'm just going to lay back.
Absolutely. And I mean, you were showing some incredible pace. So were you feeling properly prepared for this race, or were you feeling maybe a little bit rushed?
No, I'm really familiar with Catalonia, so I didn't really need that much preparation because it's just one of those tracks that doesn't really change. Doesn't matter how many times you race it, it's kind of the same. So it was just a matter of managing the fuel and the tires.
Absolutely, and I mean you did a pretty good job of that. That front left was awfully dead. Obviously, come the end of the race there, but doing a great job managing the pace, managing the tires. The leader was really never out of your sight lines for that whole race. So, what are you thinking when you're in second place? You can see that guy. You know he's only 3 or 4 seconds up ahead of you, but you just can't quite catch him. What's going through your mind there?
Honestly, I wasn't even focusing on the leader because you saw how close it was between me and the two guys behind. It was like that for most of the race, so I was just focusing more on trying to get a podium. Uh, well, it was nice being able to still see the leader because normally when you're defending so much, you usually lose a bunch of time, so the leader just walks away into the distance. But this time, I think we were all kind of keeping each other honest and actually worked out pretty well, apart from my tires.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw some great battling from yourself and, of course, RJ and Tro and Kobe there. At the end of the day, Tro and Kobe just did finally get you guys on the fact that he was just on a stronger tire. He had a lot more grip underneath the race car, but man, did you guys ever make him work for that? So nice job coming into the first race, taking a solid P3 finish. Team Hypre coming in very strong so far this season. Coming in late to the season, we've seen Hypre driver Roses, of course, in the elite division as well, come in a solid ninth place for his first race in a very fast division, which we all could tell. And this one's no slouch. A 140s are the lap times on the tracks for the fastest laps here, and those are only about a second, 1.2 seconds off those elite boys that are putting down times that, well, I don't know, only people that aren't human can touch. But great racing from Tom here. He comes in and does what Tom does. He's not wrong. I've spent lots of time racing against this gentleman and does what he does best. He is Mr. Consistent, and he showed that again today. And consistency does pay off in racing, whether it's long endurance racing or short endurance racing. Consistency usually is a sign that a guy can manage his tires and his fuel, and good strategy pays off for you here tonight with a P3. So congratulations, my man.
Appreciate it.
And of course, anybody you want to thank and shout out?
Obviously, the Hyper guys for providing all the decals and stuff that I put on my car. The man himself, Pick Stacker, he made the base design. So most of what you see is from his brain, but I just have the privilege of being able to put it all on my own car.
Well, absolutely. Well, I'm sure that the boss back home is going to be pretty excited to see a podium finish out of the drivers here this weekend. And we love Hypre here, Flat Out Racing North America. So much love, you guys. You guys continue providing amazing graphics for our viewers, and they really do appreciate it. So much love to you guys as well. We really do appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Average Tom coming in loud and proud here for Team Hypre, finding his way immediately on the podium. So look out, Pro Am 2. We have a new competitor on the field here in Average Tom. So we're going to move up here and we're going to talk to Tro and Kobe. And we've been talking to Tro and Kobe here quite a bit so far, ladies and gentlemen, especially over the last couple of races. He's been showing some incredible pace here in the lobby. And here he is again, holding a very strong second place finish in our Pro Am2 round 4. So talk a little bit about your race here tonight, Tron, because you were involved in quite a few battles here throughout your race tonight.
Yeah, tough race for sure. As you saw, I was on the two stop strategy. I came out the pit the second time. I caught up with Tom and RJ. They held me off too long. I was definitely frustrated trying to get around them because I knew we was losing pace to 5 minutes ahead. And by the time I got around Tom, it was a lap too late. If I had another lap, I would have caught up to Bob for sure. But it was a pretty good race.
It was. I mean, you guys absolutely had some incredible battles there, especially up for second, third, and fourth place for the last about 5.5 laps of the race there. You definitely went, oh yeah, elites, look what we can do, and put on your own show here in Pro Am too. So I got to tell you, it is absolutely fun as a broadcaster to watch you guys battle like that on the race, and the racing is very clean. I mean, you guys are battling hard out there, and you're getting it done right and tight in the proper way on the racetrack. So I'm sure, of course, as competitors, you appreciate that from each other as well. I mean, small field here today, so again, you're coming in with good points already, even if you don't have a bad day. But of course, you didn't have a bad day today. Was a two-stop strategy always on your mind coming into the race here today?
Uh, at first it wasn't. I thought it would have been a little bit of stretch. But as I talked about the other THE mates, we decided to try it out, and it's definitely better for me than the one stop.
Now, I do know the one thing with the BRZ, and of course, this was doing some testing with some of the guys on the track throughout the week for practice, of course, for our own races as well. I did notice that the BRZ was very hard to save fuel here around Barcelona. So, did that play a little bit of a factor in changing your mind on your strategy?
Oh, most definitely, because when I go full throttle, full revs, I only can get 12 laps out of it. So you would definitely have to save a short shift or change the fuel map. And I'm not really good with that part yet. So I decided to switch to the stop and manage my fuel a little bit. Both, to be honest. Interlagos, I'm gonna have to work on it, but I can't wait for Brands Hatch. That's one of my favorite tracks, and I'm definitely strong there. So we're gonna see how it goes before our break gets here.
Absolutely, and I mean, really great battling by you, great driving. You guys are definitely showcasing that it doesn't matter what division it is that you're racing in here. You all have great skill on the racetrack, and you guys really provided it here tonight. Just, great racing etiquette on part of all the drivers and great racing skill, and we really do appreciate it. It makes for great viewing. And just again, massive congratulations. Another great drive from you, and maybe you're on top of the podium next week at Interlagos. Anybody you want to thank or shout out before we go?
Yeah, I want to thank Forever's Talented for getting his first podium as soon as he joined this league. Congrats to you. I want to shout out to THP and GTR Simulator, Apex Racing, Flat Out Racing North America, and shout out to you for the great commentary.
Hey, we appreciate it. We always love the support from the community here. We do our best, but I mean, really, it comes down to you guys, the drivers. Again, we said it last night in the broadcast. You guys set the vibe, And when the drivers are setting a vibe like these guys have been on track, the commentary is just easily exciting. So you guys keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep doing what we're doing on this end here. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen at the end of the season. It's going to be epic, ladies and gentlemen. But until we get there, lots of racing left here at Flat Out Racing North America. So huge congratulations, my man. Super proud of just seeing where you're coming in such a short amount of time over the last few months. And can't wait to see what you got for us in Interlagos. Congratulations, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we do not have our race leader. We typically don't during the rebroadcast, which is unfortunate. We really like to talk to this gentleman at some point, but we understand not everybody can take the extra time away on an extra night to come talk to us this late in the evening. But I mean, what can we say about this OBR driver? You know, we had a discussion about one of the OBR drivers in Pro-Am. I believe it was the one lobby last night. These OBR drivers are quick. These guys are no joke. You cannot count these guys out of the fight anytime, at any point during the race, no matter what happens to these guys. And Phoenix is showing that he's really leading the way here in Pro-Am 2 for OBR with the amount of skill that he has and the control that he has under this race car when he's driving around the track. We've seen him have some really great holds. We've seen him make some really great moves. And at the end of the day, the one-stop strategy and some really great skill on the racetrack kept this driver in P1. He had some formidable opponents all race long here tonight, and he got the job done. So on behalf of OBR Phoenix and the OBR racing team, much love, guys. Keep that great racing going on over there. Your drivers are wicked fast, and huge congratulations to Phoenix. Absolutely great win for him. Again, back-to-back, I believe now, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see what he's got in round 5 in Interlagos. But I bet you he's got a fight ready for Trone Kobe and Average Tom rounding out that podium here this week. Great racing all week long here so far, ladies and gentlemen. Typically there is a broadcast Wednesdays. It's a question mark still. We'll keep you guys posted. Keep an eye out on the socials at GT45 Gaming Facebook and the Discord server to stay up to date on what's happening with the Pro Division race. Again, we may or may not be bringing that to you guys live. It's undecided yet. We'll have that decision formally here this evening. All our original and returning viewers, much love coming in here and just popping off in the chat and popping off the streams. We really do appreciate everybody. If you haven't liked or shared yet, if you wouldn't mind doing so for us, you guys know the drill. We appreciate it. For our new viewers, a like and share is something free to do to help our pages grow. And what that does is it allows Facebook and YouTube to put the video out to more people's pages to try and entice them to come and see what we're doing here. So it's just one way to help us grow as content creators. It's free to do, and we do appreciate it. And if you want to continue to see more races from Flat Out Racing North America and you don't know how to get notified, you just hit the subscribe button over on the YouTube and turn on all live notifications. And on Facebook, you just hit follow and turn on all live notifications, and every time we go live for Flat Out Racing North America, you guys will be notified, and that way there you'll never miss a moment of the action. You can't watch it live, that's alright, ladies and gentlemen. These do go up on the pages very shortly after as a recorded video. They are available for your viewing pleasure at your own leisure as well. So thank you very much. This has been presented again by Flat Out Racing North America, sponsored by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team, and of course the graphics here powered by Hyperi Graphics. I'm your host for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, GT45 Gaming, and I would just like to say, stay winning, everybody. You're all awesome. We love you very much, and remember, you all matter.